في كل مكان أهلا بيكم. احنا معكم النهارده هنستكمل حوارنا مع سعادة السفير ثابت سوباشيتش سفير دولة البوسنه والهرسك لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. في لقاء اليوم هنتحدث عن العلاقات وتاريخها ما بين مصر وما بين دولة البوسنه والهرسك، بالإضافة للتعاون في مجالات التجارة والاستثمار وغيرها. لو عايزين تعرفوا أكتر تابعونا وهذا اللقاء.
My first foreign destination was Australia. A long time ago, I was Minister Consul in Australia. After Australia, I spent some time in Turkey. Then I spent actually 4 years in Turkey. Then I moved to India. I was ambassador in India. Then after India, I spent also some time in China, and now I'm here. People very often don't know much about geography and about location of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Actually, we are in Europe. Bosnia and Herzegovina, we are in Europe. We are in the center of Europe, almost center, or this region in Europe we call Southeastern Europe. It's called also Balkans area, Balkans Peninsula. And that's the location of Bosnia and Herzegovina. We have different kinds. It's not huge quantity, but we have a variety of mineral resources, composition of different kinds of cultures, and folklores and handicrafts. So in that part or southern part of Herzegovina, we have different handicrafts. In the northern part, we produce traditionally very good hugs.
مشاهدينا في كل مكان، احنا معاكم النهارده هنستكمل حوارنا مع سعادة السفير ثابت سوباشيتش سفير دولة البوسنه والهرسك لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. Your Excellency, thank you so much for having for the next time.
Thank you for having me.
In this episode, we would like to speak with Your Excellency about the history of relations between Egypt and Bosnia and Herzegovina. So, how do you explain or describe these relations?
About history. Of course, we have very long history of relations. I want to remind you that at some period of history we were in the same empire. We were together in Ottoman Empire. That's part of our history. And after that, as you probably know, we were part of Yugoslavia, first Yugoslavia, and after that Tito's Yugoslavia. And we were a Central Republic in that country, very famous country in that part of the history. And you are younger people, you probably don't remember, but former Yugoslavia had excellent relations with Egypt. President Tito and President Nasser were very good friends. And I remember during that time, I was a child, how a big celebration we had in that period in my capital Sarajevo when President Nasser visited our region and our country. This was a wonderful period. I want to tell you also that I remember also I was a child. It was 67, it was war, I think, war 67. You had at that time war, very, very famous war. I was a child, and that time we had just small radio, transistor. And I used to listen to radio all day just to hear information about situation, because we are, even from that period, very, very emotionally connected to Egypt and try to help as much as we can. So we have this about history, we have a long history, we have connection, we have strong emotional connections. It's visible. I feel that wherever I go in Egypt, I feel that when to talk to common people, when I tell people I'm from Bosnia, when I go to some village and talk to the people very often they know that Bosnia is a friendly country, a small country. They know some information. They have some information about the recent past, which was very tragic, but definitely they know.
That's right. And Your Excellency, how do you read the visit of the President of Bosnia to Egypt last April, especially that this is the first visit since 14 years?
That's true.
So how do you read it, and what's the importance of this visit?
I want to tell you that I'm proud of that. It was during my mandate here, and we worked hard to come to that point, to have that visit. And I'm also very proud about success of this visit, which is really something that I will never forget in my life. It was extremely good visit, very productive, very friendly, and very promising. It was very nice talk between two presidents, and we have now embassies from both sides. We have to work hard to make a lot of things that they concluded, to make it concrete, and in different areas, different aspects.
What if we started to talk about these aspects through the cooperations that being done between the two countries? And let's start with cultural cooperation between Egypt and Bosnia. Looks like.
In the recent past, because of different reasons, we don't have much cultural exchanges, and we are in the embassy. We are working very hard to improve the situation. We would love to have much more culture from Egypt coming to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and from our side. Recently, we had some folklore group from Bosnia who they came and they had some concerts in Cairo. It was very good success, but we need much more to have because people in Bosnia, they have that feeling. They need Egyptian culture. I mean, I believe everybody in the world, needs Egyptian culture. I mean, Umadunya. Is it like that, Umadunya?
Yes.
Yeah. Umadunya is of course. Of course, I mean, I feel that, frankly speaking, I feel that when more time I spent here in Cairo, in Egypt, I feel the importance of that Umadunya. I feel that it's visible. It's very visible for people, especially if you know something about history, about deepness of the history of this country. Feel that this is special place in the world.
Do you have any cooperation between two countries in the field of education, for example?
We have a big, long tradition of cooperation, for example, with Al-Azhar University.
Yes.
With Al-Azhar University, it's long. Some very important people graduated in Bosnia, graduated in the history, graduated from Al-Azhar University. It's a long history. I think also now we have some students. And twice I visited Grand Imam. Hopefully we actually fixed. He will be visiting Bosnia and Herzegovina very soon. So with Al-Azhar University, we discussed that we will have much more cooperation. But also we have we are trying to improve relations especially with higher education, and we see some huge opportunities. We have some projects in process about that. We want to have, for example, much more Egyptian students coming to Bosnia to study. It's excellent. It's in Europe, close to top universities in Western Europe if they want, and also we would like, and our task actually is to promote much more Bosnian students to come to study in Egypt, because
is it a change in the shape of scholarships or individual? Anyone who wants to come
we want to be much more organized. I mean, individual they are coming, they are moving a little bit, but opportunity is very big, and I believe it is mostly a matter of promotion. We need to much from both sides. We need to work to promote opportunities for cooperation in the field of higher education.
البوسنه والهرسك تعرف رسميا بجمهورية البوسنه والهرسك، وهي إحدى جمهوريات يوغوسلافيا السابقة، واكتسبت البوسنه اسمها على الراجح من اسم أشهر أنهارها، وهو نهر البوسنه النابع من سفح جبل إيجمان. عاصمة البوسنه والهرسك
Field of agriculture, is there any cooperation in the field of agriculture or the science of agriculture itself?
We prepared memorandum for understanding what is the National Research Institute. Egyptian National Research is huge institution.
المعهد القومي للبحوث.
Between that research institute at the Sarajevo University. So it will be the beginning of cooperation in that field of science, first of all in the area of agriculture, because in agriculture actually we have to learn a lot of things from you. About agriculture, I want to tell you we import a lot of things. We import your fantastic vegetable, fantastic fruit, first of all. I have never tasted grapes like this. Grapes I like this. That's sweet grapes I can never. Just in Egypt is, but there are a lot of mango is something unbelievable.
That's right.
So.
And what about the field of tourism? I think there is a cooperation in the field of tourism, especially in the restoration and museum thing. Exchanging the experience in restoration and museums.
Actually, we are not among the top countries in that field of cooperation with Egypt, and you have in that field. I believe you have much more important countries. But talking about tourism, we agreed even at that meeting of two presidents. That point was discussed, and we concluded that tourism is a huge opportunity. And we have to work hard. We have to do a lot of things to promote tourism in both sides. And I believe, especially in Bosnia and Herzegovina, we have to work hard, and we are working now hard to attract as many as possible people, tourists from Egypt, to come to Bosnia. Because, as I say very often, this is the best way, the best instrument to improve general relations between two countries. If you have good tourism, if people are starting to come to mix there, after that they will have some ideas and about business, about investments, and many other things.
So what about the trading? Is there any trading between Egypt and Bosnia? And if there is, what is the volume of this trading and the most important?
Frankly, it's not big one compared to no. We are traditionally we are export to Egypt, and that's our the most important export to Egypt is about the defense industry products. We have some defense. We are actually relatively strong in defense industry production, and we export. We export some machinery, some chemical industry products. Also, we import fruit, many fruits, and some other things, but volume is not extremely big. What we are discussing now, actually, it was initiated from that meeting, and it was initiated when I visited some ministers here in Egypt, is to actually establish a hub for Egyptian economy in Bosnia and Herzegovina, a regional hub, so that part of southeastern Europe and central to be in Bosnia, and from that Egypt could use that opportunity to
new investments in between the two countries like this.
It would be hub, just to make that process of export to Europe for Egypt easier. And we are in the process. We are discussing that. We are trying to find the best way how to do that.
And what about the field of health? Is there any cooperation between Egypt and Bosnia in the field of health?
I know that you are big power in that area. That you have fantastic doctors, very good hospitals, and I believe that we in Bosnia can use that opportunity much more. And again, as a result of that meeting, we are in the process of establishing a relation between some Bosnian hospital, and that famous hospital was the name with numbers dealing with cancer.
You mentioned in the first episode about the climate and the changes in the climate that's happening in Bosnia, and also we can reach it here. So is there any cooperation between the countries in the field of the climate exchange or exchanging and renewable energy?
Again, we don't have any concrete results, but we know that you are getting big power in solar energy.
Yes.
And we are promoting solar energy of Egypt in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Hopefully in coming period we will have some Egyptian companies working in that area in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Your Excellency visited El Alamein city here in Egypt, so what do you think about it?
Impressive, but I can imagine, I hope in probably few years I will have opportunity also to come to Egypt to enjoy new Alamein, because it's a lot of things, there are a lot of things to be done. But it's a huge project, very ambitious, and definitely it will bring very positive results, especially for tourism of Egypt in that area. It's unbelievable. I was there I was invited by the new Minister of Tourism to be there, and it's really unbelievable. Whenever I talk to my colleagues, ambassadors and people from Bosnia, I mention New Alamein. It's something definitely unique.
Maybe because also of our unique beaches, which we are really, which distinguishes Egypt as a country. Yes, that's. To ask about your tourist destination or favorite places here in Egypt. What is your favorite tourist destination here?
Frankly speaking, everything is favorite. I mean, it depends on the mood. I mean, but I was in Aswan. I enjoyed Aswan. I was in Luxor. I enjoy very much Luxor. Of course, I was in a few times in Hurghada for swimming. It was wonderful time. In Sharm el-Sheikh is great. It was wonderful. That North Coast is probably the future, big future of Egyptian tourism in all North Coast. And I feel good there because it's also very close to my country, to Bosnia, just across the sea, big sea.
Yeah.
But.
Have you been to the Great Museum?
Yeah, I was there. I was there. It was. I visited many places. I need much more to study here, because it's for us, for ambassadors, we have to work hard to be efficient, but also this is a unique opportunity to study, to learn about the country, and so you have to find balance about those kind of things. You cannot, work hard and you will lose time in doing something that's also very important. So I am about studying, to study as much as possible to understand, because this is a huge resource for studying, whatever.
Your Excellency, in the beginning of our meeting, you mentioned that you have been here years ago, before to Egypt in a visit, and you came now as an ambassador. And you had a huge you saw there is a huge difference happened between the two periods of time which you have been here. So can you tell us what kind of changes did you see and you really like it now?
I remember traffic jam at that time.
Yeah.
I remember traffic jam. It was unbelievable for me. Now is you have traffic, but it's not something even for me. Something's normal. I can drive car here without any problem. I can go around by car, which is totally different, totally much more regulated.
You mean the under construction?
Yeah, I want to say. I saw unbelievable new highways, new roads around. I visited the most important shopping malls here, and wonderful shopping malls, and everything is much more modern. Now I am regularly visiting new capital. And we are discussing also to move embassies to new capital, which is probably in future we have to do that.
Yeah.
So New Cairo, and I mean, it's everything is totally different. The only thing that is not much more probably different is Zamalek, where I live. Zamalek is the same. I mean, it's just a little bit more traffic than usual. I mean, it's much more crowded than before.
Because it's a semi-island, so it's not easy to make a renewation.
Yeah, but other places are absolutely much more developed, and I'm fascinated about it.
My last question to Your Excellency is about the Egyptian cuisine. Did you try the Egyptian cuisine, and what is your favorite dish?
Oof, I am a big eater generally. I mean, I like to eat, so I frankly I like everything. I mean, very often I know the places where with for example, good shawarma here. And I like to, when I know the places, of course, I will stop and take some shawarma and so, but you know, kosher, yeah. And so those are. I mean, for I know that those are basic food. There's basic food here, but I mean, that's a deep tradition, a deep culture, and it's I mean, those are everything. I mean, so I very often I have opportunity, of course, to visit some luxury hotels and restaurants, and I go there regularly. But also, I like that common food is also. Yeah, I enjoy that very much.
Understand more the people.
Yeah, that's I mean that's what I like. Yeah.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for the time you had with us and for all the information that you shared with us. Thank you so much.
I really enjoyed spending time with you and all team here, and hopefully we will have a regular contact in the future, and see you soon.
We hope so too. Thank you, Your Excellency. مشاهدينا في كل مكان، وبكده انتهى لقائنا مع سعادة السفير ثابت سوباشيتش سفير دولة البوسنه والهرسك لدى جمهورية مصر العربية. بتمنى ان يكون اللقاء بالنسبة لكم كان مثمر واستمعتوا من خلاله عن طبيعة العلاقات ما بين البلدين. شكرا لكم والى اللقاء.